exactly are you doing down there?
Pondering about my art.
Pondering what?
The planning of the art.
And now what are you doing?
Pondering about how I'm going to do this art.
Hey everybody, it's Matt and that is Dyan and you are watching Ok Aussie, the art edition. We are in the art studio. Now this studio is dedicated to both Dyan and myself for our artistic endeavours. Dyan, as you may know, is into acrylic flow painting, resin pours, as well as Taylor Swift bracelet making, as well as many other arts, hobbies and crafts that she does.
And I bought some gems for gem bracelet
She's
making.
got some gems.
Highly recommend it, guys. They're available at Kmart. There's a hole in it. Pre-holed.
Pre-drilled, honey, they're called. Pre-holed. Holy rocks. We've got some religious rocks going on here.
I'm autistic and I have my own
way of speaking. That's also neurologically probably a little bit embarrassed. Now, if you're new to the channel, Dyan does have her own way of speaking, so she can be a bit excused with the cognitive issues that she has to deal with. You've got a kidney issue because you're on massive amounts of antibiotics at the moment, dealing with infections. That's all because of 22q11.2 deletion syndrome. She's got this chromosomal disorder, which is affecting a lot of parts of her body. She has autistic, ADHD, OCD, Tourette's, and has a whole range of other shit going on. But you know that because you would have subscribed to the channel and you've been following. If you haven't, get onto it. She's going to be doing a groundbreaking pour painting. This reminds me of Pro Heart. You know, Mr. Heart, Mr. Heart.
Do I do a dirty pour?
Wow, that sounds a bit dirty. What's the go here, honey? What's a dirty pour? Explain to the people at home.
Or do I do the cake, you know that cake icing thing, but I use it on the thing and I go across?
No, I like the dirty pours. Dirty
pour.
pours are far more exciting. The audience at home want to find out what a dirty pour is, so you got to stick around for this episode. See how the master, the creative genius, works in the studio. Right. See what she comes up with. See the medium. Well, we've got a canvas, a 20-inch by 24-inch stretched Anko canvas that has already been primed with gesso. She's going to be using that today. You've got a whole range of acrylic paints. Now, I had to go to Officeworks the other day.
Where's mine? On
a journey. I was sent on a mission.
On a mission?
It was a bit like Mission Impossible, really. Insert the music. Dum, dum, dum,
he's very dramatic.
I'm not being dramatic at all.
Cameron, he's dramatic. Cameron?
Don't say that, Cameron.
Dramatic.
Now, Cameron, if you don't know, is one of our lovely, long-time OG subscribers to the channel in Tasmania. Tasmania is that little isle that's broke off from the rest of Australia. They're a little bit different out there, but that's okay. I've got family from Tasmania as well, so I do understand that. We have lots of subscribers all around the globe, and we love hearing them in the comments. So please do use the comments section below to engage, to interact, to leave questions, ideas, or suggestions, to ask about what she's doing. I'm still trying to work out what it is that she is doing, but she's doing something. She is in the artist's cupboard over here. Let's have a closer look at the artist's cupboard. This is all her art supplies. Well, one section of all her art supplies. Those white cupboards over there, which are all IKEA. Most of our furniture is IKEA, by the way, because I put it together.
Oh my goodness, I'm
really?
Definitely 50.
You're definitely 50. Very good, honey. I'm 54. So there you go. We've worked out who and how old we are. Who's an old fart? Excuse me very much, Lee.
Do I need these?
Do you know what they actually do? They are for bracing the corner of the canvas to make it rigid. We don't need them actually, so it's okay. Sometimes you need them, sometimes you don't. A toy for Willow the Cat. Willow's our ragdoll, 8-year-old boy. He's actually in the tunnel at the moment. You can see the tail end of him. He's got a pretty well set up thing. He loves his little tunnel, which he runs through. He scampers through. He has got this tower which he jumps up to and attacks the funny softball. Most of the time he actually just likes to sit here, and he actually sits closest to the blind to get the view, get the vibe of what's going outside in our apartment. Now this up here is one of Dyan's artworks. This is an idea of an acrylic flow painting with an inclusion of the resin to make the glossy approach to it all. We've got some other examples in the art studio as well. This and this are also designs. What's wrong, honey?
It's not level. I need it to be
Are you a
level.
bit bent out of shape?
Like it's...
Okay. See,
Does that
those
look
corners
level?
will help to create
No,
rigidity
that's
of
better
the
now,
corners.
isn't it?
It is. And you know what you can do is you can put it on the ground and make it even more level. This is an exercise in its own
Do you
right.
want to test it for me, please?
I will check it out. Would you like a game of chess while we're waiting? Down here at ground level,
Not
ground zero,
funny.
because
No
I've been
one's
down here
playing
flattening the canvas. It's a game.
Ugh.
Oh, you're going to put a apron on so you don't make a
Have
mess.
I got anything? No. Normally I leave a tissue in here.
Yes,
Terrible.
and normally you put it in the washing machine for me to find.
That's true too.
You're becoming very forgetful.
I do have mild neurocognitive disorder.
That's actually true too. You do have problems,
I
don't
do.
you?
My kidney, I'm telling you.
We are monitoring the kidney condition at the moment. Diane has been in excruciating pain the last couple of days. She hasn't been able to do art for a few days. So this is actually a really cool thing that she wants to give it a go. Okay, so I'm appreciative that she's actually trying.
I've got an exhibition.
She's got an art exhibition. She's
I've
she's
now
motivated.
got a life, okay?
You got a life?
I've always had a life.
You've
I'm
got a
just
life.
joking.
You've got a goal.
I've got a goal.
You've been incentivized.
No, I've been given a task.
Yes,
and
you have.
And a challenge, and I'm up for it.
Okay, you're up for
Okay.
it. That's good.
So
Right.
I'm going to honour that challenge because
Yes.
I think it's an amazing challenge.
Okay.
And so I'm a bit rusty on paw painting.
So what are the blue triangular pyramids? Now, this is
Oh,
not a conspiracy
so
theory. These are not
you buy from
alien
Bunnings.
artifacts. Yes, and they are.
I don't know what they're used for otherwise, in other ways.
Yeah,
but
but
for
you use them.
I use them for this. So where the wood bit is under here,
Oh, yeah.
I use it as a stand because
To keep it off contact from the
I
lower
can-
ground surface.
well, I
It
want
allows
the
the flow
painting
to pour.
flow. Look at the sides here.
Yeah.
To flow nicely over, so it's all like it's wrapped.
Okay. Sounds
So
nice.
better finish.
Cool. Now, we have in here this interesting little box, a collection of all your acrylic paints. We went through them recently because you realised that after
was
all the
lacking some
moving
colours.
around, things
been
had
so long
died,
since I've
dried
done
up,
paw
aged.
painting.
It has. Well, we didn't really get a chance
We've
in
been
the previous
moving
house. We've
for
been
the last
moving
5 years.
so many times.
So over it.
8, 9 times in 4 or 5 years. It's a lot of moving. I think we're over that. But we're here now and we've got the art studio fully set up. Now, I say that my art studio's there behind. I've got the easel set up. I'm meant to be doing some more chalks and charcoal work myself. I'm needing to get into my modelling, which is what my area is set up there. But we're getting there. We're getting slowly organised to do these things. So you have also got a medium, which is this stuff here called Flow-Trol.
So
Okay,
you get
what does that do?
From Bunnings.
Bunnings, we love
It is
Bunnings.
It is actually
Go to Bunnings,
a
get some
paint-
concrete and build a bridge and get over it.
It's a paint conditioner.
Ooh,
But
just like shampoo and conditioner.
I use it to thin out the paint.
And it
to
makes
make
it run
flow.
and flow.
So then you need less paint.
Yep. So it's
and
an
it
additive.
makes it like pour painting. It's all about having that movement. This is the movement.
So the word we're looking for is viscosity, and it actually works
Yeah.
on the flow of
you need
the
a
paint
certain
to
viscosity
slide across
to
there.
make it actually work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What else do you add to this?
silicone.
Good girl. I was hoping you're going to remember this. This sort of activity is really good for
goodness.
Diane's executive functioning
I
as an
need to
autistic.
get back into my hydrotherapy. Where's the hot weather, Perth?
Guess what? Tomorrow's 30 degrees in Perth.
Well, I'm
The
putting
day
my
after that is
wetsuit on.
40 degrees. That's Celsius.
I'm putting my
And
wetsuit
you know what? You're going to get in that wetsuit and you're going to get in that pool. If you're feeling up to it, you have not had
I
the
need a
energy.
winter one, so I can be in
We need to
that.
get you a full steamer so you can do the colder weather. I get it. The
Absolutely.
website that we got recently has worked incredibly well to get Diane in and moving.
Ah.
Hydrotherapy is fantastic for Diane, who's mostly bedbound, because it doesn't put any pressure, weight bearing on her joints. With Ehlers-Danlos and hypermobility at a very high level, it's actually helping prevent that. So we're trying to build some strength, some conditioning, get back some muscle tone, get rid of that muscle atrophy that occurs from being sick for so long, and build up some stability around each of those joints. Now, the creative side helps us to keep motivated, and art is certainly a creative medium. I should be in that rocking chair. I'm a bit like an old man at the moment. Sensory impaired at the moment,
Yeah,
honey. You're shaking your hands. What's going on?
Because that's sticky.
Okay.
And why
Autism
is
and
this-
sensory issues. What's happening? You don't
Why
like...
does everything have to be
Halfway.
half dry, sticky?
It's your biggest
The
nightmare.
whole thing.
Diane's biggest nightmare
The
is things
major
that are
thing that I can't handle is
halfway.
like wind. Wind.
Yeah, in your face. Yeah.
And I live in Western Australia.
Which is the windy capital, but anyway. Yeah.
Anyway, and then sticky things and wet things.
You don't like that, do you?
That just looks really wrong.
Okay. Anyway, just clean up the silicone. Now, the silicone you're going to add to the paint and the Floetrol because the silicone adds cells.
Now, cells. What do I mean by cells?
What does she mean by cells, everybody? Well,
see these things here?
See those things there? You can see the cells. Yes.
They're cells. That's what creates the abstract. There's cells there too.
Yep, there's lots of
creates
cells
like an
there.
Abstract
those cells pop,
basically.
they break open.
In abstract art, it's all about patterns and shapes and all the rest of it and different colours. I'm an abstract artist. I'm not a realist. I wish I was.
I'm very real. I'm the realist.
That's his stuff
there. You're not
He's
real.
good at that.
You're imaginary. You're a pretend person.
Yeah,
I'm the real person.
I'm a real person.
Okay, Pinocchio, you can be a real person too. It's all right.
Oh, pipette. I need a pipette.
You want a pipette? That's pathetic.
Pipette.
What do you use a
This is a
pipette for?
pipette.
Yes.
So
That sucks, honey.
what I do. God.
Dad jokes, isn't it, really?
He's difficult today.
Right,
now.
I'm not the
colours.
difficult one
Let's
today, I
go.
can promise you.
We are doing.
Yes, you have been incredibly difficult, but that's because you're in intense pain. And I've been
I have
loading
not
you
been
with pain
difficult.
meds.
I have been on steroids, which makes you very
She's been
irritable.
discombobulated. Yeah.
And then I've been in extreme pain.
You have actually.
My
Anyway.
no words.
No
for
words.
pain.
So what do you do with the pipette and the silicone? How are you going to apply that? Are you going to put it into a cup, which is one of the clear cups? Are you going to then put it into each of the paints?
First, I'm going to choose my colours before we discuss that.
Okay, so let's choose some colours.
So, I'm going to choose some colours and
Yeah.
I'll let you know once I've chosen.
Okay, so you've got your cups coming out right now. This is the silicone spray lubricant. Again, from Bunnings or a car shop is available to access those. These are the colours that you've actually chosen for your project. You're using the white, snowy white for your base.
Correct. So basically my interference
colours
is
to break
white.
up.
Now you can use black, and I sometimes do that, but I'm using white on this one. Then I prefer to go with 4 colours.
Right.
I've chosen magenta, tangelo, canary yellow, and moss green.
Wow. And these are
I've got my cups to
Born
mix them
acrylic
in.
paint brands which come from Officeworks. They're about
Mixed with
$9.60 for the 200ml containers
They're very
each.
expensive.
Paint is expensive, and there are a range
For
of
a
different
pensioner,
brands.
this is expensive, but anyway.
But they do last. Now the plastic cups.
They do.
Explain what you're going to do with the plastic
Right.
cups. What happens?
Basically, what I do is I have to get the right ratio. Oh, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knives. So basically, I get the plastic knives. I have to mix the right ratio of paint to Floetrol to get the viscosity.
Yes.
And I know by looking at it, because I've done this, I did it for 10 years straight. I have a method in here locked in.
Locked and loaded.
So it's very hard to teach. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we'll learn by watching.
I will show you the viscosity, and maybe you can.
And you measure that by
give it a
how
go,
it dribbles off your
so it's
knife
how
or
fast the
pop
drips
stick that you're
drop.
using. Yep.
So if the drips drop slow, no good at all. It needs to be medium, not too fast, not
the
too slow.
Goldilocks level
in
of
the
just
middle.
right between too thick, too thin,
So I get some nuts.
flowing as it comes off as she mixes it. So let's see how she goes with that. Hey, big boy, how are you? Have you come to say hello?
3.
You are more up and down than a yo-yo at the moment.
I don't know what I'm doing because it's been so long. So
That's okay.
This is for that.
So you've got cups out with your pipette. You have got cups out with your knives, which you're using as stirrers. You have protection
Willow,
on the
showing
ground.
off. Look at him.
Hi, beautiful.
Showing off. Show your belly.
How's my big
Show
boy?
Your belly.
You're living your best
Where's
life at
your
the
belly,
moment.
baby boy?
All right, let's get into it.
Mommy.
So one of the things of using old paints that you've used before is it obviously does dry up, crust up around the rim. You've made sure that you've cleared the rim
Correct.
so that those crusty bits don't fall into your actualized working
Yeah,
paint.
then you just have a lump.
And you don't want lumps because you've got to remove them. A bit like hair, you don't want to get hair in the paint as well.
That's a problem with me.
So contaminants-
My seizure meds, my hair just sheds.
It does shed. It sheds a lot. You have Snow White.
Snow White.
Where's the 7 dwarfs?
Ooh, that sounds Disney.
There's a bit of a theme
I like
going on there.
that.
I'm glad you made sure that the cap was tight before you were shaking it. Last thing I want to do is see you shake the paint all over the floor. But we do have protection down for that very reason.
We don't risk it.
And now you're shaking something else.
Every time you do the flow trial, even if you just put it down and you put more paint in a cup, before you pour this in, mix it.
Give it a good agitate.
Every time, because it has a stuff in there that separates.
No worries. Now with the interference, you've got the white at the moment in the cup.
Correct, that's my interference.
You're going to add some Floetrol to this mixture as well. And you're going to give it a good stir. And that's going to form the basis for a lot of this, but then the other colours will help disrupt with that interference.
And I put silicone in here
to break the pattern. Let's see how that works.
I'll go closer for this. Come closer. Guys, I'm going to show you the viscosity of the perfect, this is the perfect viscosity. So watch.
Okay, so that's your dribble rate.
That's perfect.
The flow.
It's thick and it's flowing.
And smooth. You're a smooth.
Okay? And I can feel the stir is not, it's not like water, it's a little bit of a push. That's what you need.
Okay, what's happening now?
So, have you pulled away the other cup?
Which other cup?
The cup that's...
In your
I'm
hand.
holding.
Seriously. Okay. At least we found the cup.
I'm on these mega strong antibiotics. What's in it?
All I know is that you're not allowed to be in sunlight. You're not allowed to have calcium.
With the 40-degree
You can't
day
run
coming.
operation and machinery.
Well, that's safe.
We need to supervise
I
you.
don't have
Anyway,
lice and-
she's safe.
All right.
So
I've got
silicon's
the
been poured into the
silicone.
cup. Yeah.
So all you do is you go to Super Cheap.
Super cheap.
Now, I don't know, a place for
Car auto.
crap that guys like.
Sorry,
at,
what?
You know, car shops. So if you're in a different
Wow.
country,
Okay.
basically, you know what I mean. I'm just joking.
Okay, so you got your silicone.
So in the white,
Yeah.
let's put some.
So far you've got
silicone.
acrylic paint added with Floetrol for each of the colours that you've presented out there.
Yeah.
You've worked out the
These are my
viscosity
colours.
for each of the colours when you've mixed the Floetrol.
Yeah.
And you've mixed the Floetrol in really well so it actually blends in and you get back to your original base. And now you're using that pipette to deliver a certain amount of silicone, which obviously won't actually absorb into the paint itself and will form cells.
I need my fire gun.
Really? Over here on the table
Fire.
is the creme brulee torch. We're not making a creme brulee, but
what's going on? But anyway.
no, with some
But then
sensitivity.
again,
Safety.
Hollywood, it's pretty evil. Isn't
Okay,
it?
we'll leave that alone.
Satan lives there.
Anyway, we've got the silicone been added into each of the
Yes.
colours, please. And
All right, so-
is that all you're only going to add in?
Yes, sir. That's,
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna. Is
No
that
worries.
safe there?
That's safe there. Oh my god. This girl was on
The
fire.
power. I don't have much power.
Oh, you're on fire though. You need to be wearing your glasses to do this.
No, like I'm just saying.
You're struggling
like,
with your
my
eyesight.
in general is just.
We know that you've got
failing me.
deterioration of eyesight occurring with your condition, and we are worried about that. We're waiting to see
It's bad.
a specialist eye doctor, the ophthalmologist. Not just an optometrist, but an ophthalmologist. Now, you have 2 plastic cups prepared on the canvas. What's the go?
I'm doing 2 dirty pours, but I have to do them in 2 cups because it's a large canvas, as you can see.
Okay, so
and
you're
I
using
don't
2
have
segments.
a bigger cup than this.
Right, so you're
or
restricted
bigger
by the size of the
container.
medium.
Correct.
You're going to do what in each cup?
So I will show you right now. once I
Okay,
finish
we are
this
waiting
one.
with
So I will-
bated breath.
We're ready to go.
What are you doing the cup song? Or maybe you just need a peanut and we can hide the peanut and we won't be able to find it. But the cups are transparent. All right, I'm interrupting
Right,
your brain
so
flow.
basically-
So you've got these colours over here. Let's
Right.
do it.
So first,
Yes.
I am pouring one of the ones that's Okay, so what you put at the bottom will tend to pop to the top.
So reverse order.
So whatever your best whatever the colour is you want at the top,
Dominant.
you put first.
So what you want dominant, you put first.
Yes, I'm going to do
Okay.
a little bit of pink.
And a little bit of pink.
And a little bit of pink.
And a little bit of pink.
Okay.
All right.
And then
and you're just going to keep stacking it, basically.
And then...
Ooh,
and then you get your interference, which is either white or black, or it could be silver or gold.
Sure. In this case, it's white.
And then you do a pour into it, into the middle.
Right.
And into the middle.
Okay.
Right. And then my next colour I'm choosing on top, yes, correct.
Reverse
I'm
order.
the pink and the orange.
Pink and the orange, okay.
So I'm putting in that.
Right, and you're aiming to the very centre concentrically to actually aim this, so you're pouring directly into the middle.
Don't have a lot of orange, do I, actually?
Oh, that's okay.
And then we go back to the interference.
Back to the interference again. Gee, that white gets a go.
Don't need as much the second time.
Okay.
So it's a little bit less.
Right.
And really it's your choice because how it turns out kind of determines.
Now these are unique. These are random.
Art.
This is abstract. There's no way that you're going to be able to replicate exactly
Sometimes
if you were to do
can,
the same piece
very
identically.
Hard. Very, very
It'll be
hard.
close. It'll be similar thematically, but it won't be exactly the same because each one is its own unique crafted item. Ooh, I'm looking into here, what we're getting at the moment. Well, you know what comes next, don't you? A bit more white. The interference is going to be added in this time.
Yeah, I am. I'm just...
Here she goes.
You know,
Are you thinking as you go?
There is design in abstract art.
That's dangerous.
Don't mistake abstract art as easy.
Never.
Okay, I've studied this. When I first did, before I touched a Paul painting and actually did one, I spent 7 hours straight on YouTube.
You are a little bit hyper-focused.
Very handy it is.
Well, that is an autistic trait. It is a superpower.
Autism.
And you would have reviewed and analysed and studied the artists.
Mistakes as well.
Yep, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
What they did right
it's
and
important.
what they tell you to do.
Exactly.
So
learn
always
from others.
Always study the things that can go wrong.
Yep.
Because it prepares you for that. So interference. Okay. So it is good for it to rest like this a little bit.
I need to rest.
So don't feel like you have to rush it. So I'm going to put this one aside for now because I'm using you can use a board of something like hard cardboard.
A flat surface.
I'm using a kind of a plasticky plate because I actually so rusty, not set up for this anymore, but getting back set up for it. I'm going to have to invest in something.
This is probably the first time in a year that you've done, let's be real, a flow painting.
You put it...
I'll put it the other way around because if you're going to slide it, there
yes,
we go. That's
true.
what I'm here for, just to add the intelligence to the artistic.
Wow, the intelligence.
I'm the smart one.
Okay, so basically...
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Apparently that's... You guys can have a poll vote down the bottom there in
Comedy
the comments,
gold, no worries.
Right, you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
This is what you do.
This could be a disaster.
I want to tell them what to do.
I want to tell you what to do.
Right, everyone be quiet. Shh. So once I've put it down and it's gone onto the canvas,
yep.
Then I'll do the second one. Then sorry, you're not going to see the other bit because that is a sacred moment of an artist, but you will see as soon as it's done.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Are you ready for the first one?
We're ready.
So, takes a bit of coordination. It actually does. You've got to push down.
Okay.
Upside down.
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, where's the bin?
Right there.
Right. Now.
Wow.
Second one.
So we could just leave it like that and we'll actually call this cup on canvas.
Oh, no. Hair.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Hair, we do not need you involved in this.
You can start to see the cells and the mixing of the colours already.
Out.
I'm watching.
It is pretty, isn't it, guys?
It is pretty.
All right, you ready?
And so's the paint.
Second one.
Look at that pink. It is stunning. Oh, slip and slide.
Okay, that goes in.
It's moving on its own volition. Watch. This is like cup racing.
Are you ready for?
Oh, are we ready? We have been ready for a long time. The anticipation is building.
So basically, tap, 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 and then you lift in exactly this type of motion.
Look at the cells.
You can just get off the excess paint out of the cup. Don't waste it.
Yeah, paint is
Let it
important.
just drip next to it, but not too far of it. All right, that goes in the bin. Ready for the next one?
Ready for the next one. Wow, okay.
Okay, so I will be back with a process that you will see a beautiful, hopefully a beautiful ending. Yes.
Edging. Making sure that the coverage three-dimensionally using the scraps. Okay, you really are at ground level doing this art, aren't you?
Is that good colours?
They are good colours. They actually have come up very interesting. Let's just pan across so people at home can see what it's actually looking like. I would like to see it because the firing will pop the silicone.
Alright, we'll show them and talk to them about what it looks like now.
So at the moment, I love that
so
stripe of pink.
Have a look now, guys, and we're going to show you what I do with the fire. Sorry.
Yep, so let's get some fire happening.
Sorry. It's really difficult for me to get around now because I don't know if you can see, but look at the paint. Look, it's all on the drop cloth, which is wonderful.
Yes, it's contained.
But anyway, let's go. Let's see how much silicone we can get to pop up to the top. Now, I don't need it necessarily because the character is here.
That's all right.
And what I will gloss this with, is that like pits? No.
It may do.
This is gessoed.
It is a gesso, and that sometimes depends on the surface of the canvas preparation. Sometimes I prefer for us to do a coating, a white base coating of gesso itself. Anyway, fire it up.
I would have
It's all right.
said that.
Well, you don't know until you've worked with it. Each provider is slightly different.
Oh, just don't get too close
Don't
to
get
the
too.
camera.
Oh, fine. Don't get too close to the canvas. We don't want to
No.
light her up.
We do
But you're
not.
going to pop up some cells by doing this.
So I don't know if anyone's seeing, but there is cells popping up. I can see
I'm coming
them.
really close to have a look at some of this, so you can actually see the cell action.
Been, not where I am. We do not want to cause any.
She's a pyromaniac, we know this.
No.
Sprung. You've painted yourself. Excellent.
Paint on my.
Clever. Let's not spread that around the
It's
countryside.
only acrylic paint. It doesn't.
That's true. Now, the cat won't be allowed in this room tonight either because we don't want his paw prints all over your work or of the rest of the house.
Closed.
Indeed.
All right, so this is it with cells.
Correct. So just to explain, this is on canvas. The medium is
paw.
an acrylic
It's a paw painting.
which includes Floetrol as the medium
I
for
use
flow.
Floetrol. There's different
Silicon as a
different
cell.
mediums. Many people use different mediums, but Floetrol is the most affordable.
Correct.
And it works.
And you've done it as a double dirty cut pour to distribute it.
If I had a bigger, like, I don't know, little mini bucket or something.
Sure, you could have done it
I
on
could have
singular
done
flow.
that, and it would be better if I had a bit of board or like
To slide off.
board,
Yep.
or which I'm probably going to look into getting to slide off because that's easier. But also, naturally being rusty, I didn't have enough paint for.
That's right. You're working out the quantities based on the size of what you're working with.
To make it work.
Yeah.
But ideally, that quantity to that size, add, I would say, another half a cup to play with.
So you haven't had much wastage, which is a good thing, but it struggles when you're at the end having to spread it.
Wastage,
you want more to flow.
The more wastage, you normally get
Correct.
better effect.
Now, this is still a dynamic piece of art, even now for the next couple of hours, as cells continue to pop.
Yes.
Things start to slide based on gravity, if there's any unevenness, and things might still
when
move.
it's dry, I will coat it like the one up there.
Yep, with a resin, and I'll give it a nice polished.
Absolutely, it's like
glass.
over it. It means that when someone, if they own it from my art exhibition, they can just, you never use anything like a chemical, but you can just get one of these, wet it, and just wipe over the dust off it or whatever. So it just keeps it like a forever thing.
Absolutely.
If they want it to be, basically.
Well, what a lovely piece of art that you have done and achieved today. Congratulations, you. That was a fun activity. Now, guys, if you like that, give Dyan a big thumbs up of encouragement. If you've got questions, comments, ideas, or suggestions, leave them below. Love to hear from you. If you want to know more in the art series of tips and techniques, please ask in the comments.
Because I've got an art exhibition coming up. So
she does.
I will show my different projects and feel free to ask questions so that I can then know what to share.
If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you can have a look at this. We do have different playlists for different components of our channel, and we do have some of the art and resin under one of the playlists, so you can go straight to that.
Of it, though.
But we will be doing a lot more now that we're in the artist's studio. Well done, you. Congratulations. What a great project. And we're going to love it and leave our fellow friends behind, and we'll see them in another episode real soon.
Hope you enjoyed.
Bye for now.
Bye.